Mike Tyson holds multiple records in the sport's history, some of which are impossible to break. In 1986, he dethroned Muhammad Ali as the youngest heavyweight champion by knocking out Trevor Berbick for the world title.
Doing nothing offensively. He crashes down.
But what did Iron Mike do that distinguished him from the many fighters entering the squared circle? Will his incredible record ever be broken? In this video, we'll delve into the unbelievable accomplishment of this legendary athlete. The Brooklyn, New York native started his professional career at 18 with a devastating knockout. By the age of 20, he had amassed an undefeated record at 22 victories, with 21 of those being by knockout. Fans of combat sports quickly recognized the never-before-seen intensity he displayed in the ring. The World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, and International Boxing Federation teamed up with pay television channel Home Box Office in 1986 to create a heavyweight championship tournament in an attempt to crown the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Leon Spinks in 1978. The tournament included all three of the organization's heavyweight champions and some of the sport's best contenders. Trevor Berbick faced then WBC champion Pinklon Thomas in the opening round of the competition for the WBC part of the heavyweight belt. Berbick was able to claim his first major heavyweight championship by narrowly winning by unanimous decision in a closely contested battle.
Championship fight a little bit earlier here. It's over.
However, his first defense of that championship would be against the 20-year-old unbeaten wonder, Mike Tyson, who was 27-0 with 25 knockouts. Tyson had gone 12-0 in 1986 alone and officially qualified for the Unification Series in September with a second-round knockout victory against Alfonso Ratliff. In a battle where the odds were stacked against him, 20-year-old Tyson faced off against the reigning champion, 32-year-old Berbick. With Berbick considered a 3-1 underdog, the stage was set for an extraordinary clash, as Tyson aimed to etch his name in the annals of boxing history. As the young contender sought to dethrone Berbick, he also aimed to surpass the legendary Floyd Patterson as the youngest man ever to claim a significant heavyweight title. Tyson dominated Berbick, comfortably winning by technical knockout in the second round.
Tyson catches him with a right left hook, and he goes down. He goes down. He should be able to get up from this. His legs may be shut. They are. As Trevor Berbick.
Tyson was the aggressor from the start, hitting Berbick with numerous strong blows. With a thunderous display of power, Tyson unleashed a devastating four-punch combination that sent Berbick hurtling across the ring. Though Berbick managed to remain upright, Tyson refused to relent, launching a relentless barrage of punches, relentlessly pummeling his opponent until the resounding ring of the bell echoed through the arena.
Position, not using the jab of the bell.
Tyson resumed precisely where he left off in round two, nearly instantly dropping the champion with a combination. Berbick was able to respond to the referee's count, and the battle went on. Berbick, on the other hand, was unable to launch any offensive. At 2:35, Tyson finally stopped the fight by dropping Berbick for the second time with a right to the body and a left hook to the head. Berbick attempted to stand up twice, but collapsed both times, prompting referee Mills Lane to call the bout and award Tyson the knockout victory. Berbick fought until the year 2000, but could not replicate his earlier success, never contending for the heavyweight title again. Meanwhile, Tyson would dominate the remainder of the decade, defeating James Bone Crusher Smith to capture the WBA heavyweight championship. After retaining his two-fight championships by defeating previous champ Pinklon Thomas, Tyson would face IBF heavyweight champion Tony Tucker in a battle that would unify all three major heavyweight titles, a contest Tyson would win by unanimous decision to become the undisputed heavyweight champion. 30 years later, on the anniversary of what appeared to be the start of a lasting new age in boxing, the same question about Tyson's career might be posed. What 30 years ago? It appears to be a million, Tyson stated over the phone last week. Since then, my entire life has altered. I'm a completely different person now. I don't even know who that person is any longer. That Tyson exuded the arrogance and invincibility of youth. I'm the youngest heavyweight champion in history, Tyson remarked at the post-fight press conference, and I'm going to be the oldest. This Tyson is 56 years old, afflicted with all the uncertainties of middle age, concerned about his future, but indifferent, he claims, by his turbulent past. I don't have much faith in life anymore, he said. I'm cynical about life. Back then, I wasn't wise enough to be bitter. When Tyson said that, he chuckled, but it rang true, even for him. The Berbick bout was among the few true highlights of a tumultuous and shockingly brief reign. Tyson was an ex-champion a little more than 3 years later and a convicted rapist 2 years later. After serving 3 years in prison, he returned and regained the title. However, it was a hollow victory, and his career was marred by scandal. He bit off a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear in 1997, and ultimately, humiliation when he withdrew from his final fight against a ham and egger named Kevin McBride in 2005. Rarely in sports history has a career that began with so much pomp and promise yielded so little. Mike Tyson, the phenomenon, was genuine. On the evenings he fought, the world stopped. Now, a generation weaned on computer games, virtual reality, and mixed martial arts must be made aware of the former champion's boxing career. Tyson is as distant a figure to many millennials as Jack Dempsey was to Tyson's generation. He is more renowned for cameo appearances in films and serving as the idea for a cartoon. But it was a turbulent, unexpected, and never dull period. So many unforgettable events crammed into so small a space. Berbick, Michael Spinks, Robin Givens, Buster Douglas, Indianapolis, and the amassing and lossing of 2 fortunes, just to name a few. That it is stupefying to realize that by the time he was 21, Tyson's best days as a fighter were already behind him. His 91-second knockout of Spinks in what was at the time the most lucrative sporting event in history came 3 days before his 22nd birthday. Nonetheless, Tyson is the ultimate survivor. Of the primary actors in the ring that night, Berbick is no longer alive, having been killed with a steel pipe by his nephew in 2006. So are Tyson's former managers, Jim Jacobs and Bill Clayton, with whom he had a bitter and in some ways devastating break. Angelo Dundee, Berbick's trainer, is also gone, and the referee, Mills Lane, has been paralyzed for years due to a severe stroke. At 60, Tyson's trainer, Kevin Rooney, at whom the puzzled surprise gesture was aimed, is in the early stages of boxing-induced dementia. Me and Kevin thought everyone I fought was a jerk, Tyson explained. That's why I shrugged when I saw him after the fight. When I asked if he was anxious before the bout, Tyson replied, "Yeah, I was terrified. I was going to damage Berbick badly." On the other hand, people close to Tyson presented a contrasting picture of a terribly insecure young man underneath the meticulously manufactured, no robe, no socks, no mercy persona. Steve Lott, Tyson's buddy, confidant, and all-around factotum, as well as his landlord because Tyson slept on Lott's Manhattan couch, was constantly aware of Tyson's precarious mental state. Lott would bring Tyson to the arena the day before a bout, insisting on him climbing into the ring and shadowboxing so that his surroundings would feel comfortable on fight night. He also requested that promoters finish their pre-fight celebrity introductions and the national song before Tyson entered the ring, so that Mike has less time to dwell on it. Tyson was supposed to ascend the ring stairs, conduct his trademark mayhem, and climb back out. Too much pondering can only make things worse. It was like watching Jaws, Lott remarked of Tyson's battle. You just never know what was going to happen. Despite his youth and volatility, Tyson was 7-2 as he stepped into the ring to face Berbick, who had ended Muhammad Ali's career 5 years previously in a horrific bout in the Bahamas. Ali stopped Tyson on his way into the ring and said, "Kick his ass for me." Even though it appeared to be more of a coronation than a battle, Tyson stated, "The pressure was enormous because everyone expected me to win." The achievements of this extraordinary athlete continue to inspire and captivate us, reminding us of the limitless potential that every one of us possesses. But as we reflect on the sheer magnitude of Tyson's achievement, a question lingers. Is an undiscovered boxer lurking in the shadows, ready to emerge and challenge the seemingly untouchable? Or is Tyson's record an eternal testament to the highest level of human performance? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, remember to like and subscribe to stay updated on all our latest content.